I'm Zoe Cunningham and I'm here with Mike Main, the tournament director at the London Backgammon Open. Mike, what is a tournament director?
Tournament director, it's my job to make sure the tournament all runs smoothly, on time, players have fun, and we get to the end of the tournament and the final and have a winner. It's a pretty simple job.
What's the most difficult thing about trying to make sure everything goes smoothly?
What's hard about it? It's not a hard job really, to be honest with you. You do most of the work before the event and schedule the event correctly. If you schedule the event correctly, then the event should run correctly. If you don't do your homework, you're going to have a problem.
And does it matter how the players behave on the day? Can you get players who are difficult and...
Oh, I don't do difficult players. As a tournament director, I expect players to behave themselves, okay? And I hope I've got quite a reputation for doing that. To me, a successful tournament is one where I've not been required to make a tournament director decision. Players know the rules, they know what's right, they know what's wrong, okay? I expect them to sort it out between themselves. I'm there if they don't, but I don't really want to do that, and they don't really want me doing that either, because every time there's a TD decision to be made, there are no winners. Somebody's going to leave upset, so I don't want to do that.
That sounds very sensible. And how about timing? Is it difficult to get matches to finish when you need them to finish so that you can start the next round?
Well, we have either clock play or non-clock play. If there's non-clock play, then players can take a lot of time. With clock play, it's harder for them to take a long time, though as more and more players become used to clock play, so they're learning to use their time better than they did before. So in another, maybe this event, but the next 2 or 3 years, I anticipate problems with players using the full allocation of their clock time, and therefore causing me a problem on that.
Yeah, so clock play is quite interesting because that's only really started being used quite recently in backgammon. And how does that work? We use Bronstein clock play. So players have basically 12 seconds per move to make, and they have a time bank of 2 minutes per point. So if it's an 11-point match, they have 22 minutes time bank. Most plays will happen within the 12 seconds. Most of them are routine. Occasionally they get to a situation where either the checker play is complicated or the doubling cube question is complicated. If we get to that, that's where their time bank is for, and they have plenty of time to actually look at it, assess it, do all their mathematical conundrums and work out what the right play is, and then donk their clock. And I know you said you don't like to do it, but what's the most difficult tournament director decision you've had to take?
I'll have to think about that one. The hardest one. Generally, in non-clock play, the advantage of having a clock play is that players only use one pair of dice, okay? If they're non-clock play, they're using, each have their own dice, okay? If a player in clock play thinks his opponent has misplayed, okay, the dice is still on the table, okay? In non-clock play, the dice are no longer on the table because the player's picked them up to signal at the end of his go. That's a problem for me as a TD because I don't have the evidence on the table. I then have one player's word against the others. So that puts me in a very, very difficult position. So for that reason, as a tournament director, I love clock play because it eradicates a whole field of problems.
It is the modern way to do it as well.
Modern way to do it, and it's the right way. If players are playing backgammon to this level, to a mind sport level, yes, clock play is the right way to be doing it.
And what do you enjoy about being a tournament director?
Not play, because I'm a hopeless player. I can play, but I'm not good. I get a real buzz from looking around the room and just seeing everybody doing what they want to be doing. This weekend is going to be 128 players or so, all of them doing what they want to be doing, and I go, I had a hand in doing that. So yeah, that's the buzz I get out of it.
That's really lovely. Thank you very much,
Okay,
Mike.
pleasure.